Hey everyone, this is Kareen from Harmony Home and Garden, and I'm making a video that I had no intention of making. The next video that should be dropping is how to germinate seeds, how to sow seeds. And now I'm making a video about how I got let go today. Yeah, I know. So the job that I just got let go from, I've been working there for a year. The previous job that I was working at, I worked there for 10 years, going on 11. Yeah, going on 11. And then I took this job recommended by friends that I work with. They recommended me for the job, and I needed a job when I was transitioning from New York to Texas that was virtual, and so I got the job. And today they let me go. So it's funny, my husband asked me how, like on the call, I started crying, but I was like, don't let them see you cry. You better keep it in. So thank God the glasses I was wearing, my lens when I'm on the computer has a blue tint. So they didn't see me crying, but I was like, the tears are coming like, okay, hold it in, hold it in. And so my husband asked me afterwards, like as we were talking about it, like, why were you crying? And the first thought that came to mind, like the first reason that came to mind was worry. And then as I thought about it some more, I'm like, nah, it wasn't worry. It was the feeling of rejection. That's what I felt. It's like, it's funny. Even this week, the beginning of the week, I started getting up at 5 a.m. My 5 a.m. schedule, I have it on my phone, like get up at 5 a.m., spend an hour reading the word, praying, then another hour working out, and then just time for myself, just reading a book. Then I start work from 8 to 4, and then at 4 o'clock was supposed to be my time. 4 to 6 was supposed to be my time working on my business, but then I was working till like 7, 8 o'clock at my job. So all this week, there was no time for my own business, and so I have been talking to God about that, having the conversation like, okay, how am I going to do this? How am I going to, be disciplined about running my business? How am I going to be disciplined about creating content when I'm putting so much hour into this job? And this wasn't a dream job. Like even during the interview, we talked about like my goals, and I mentioned that I don't plan to be at the company forever. And they asked me, well, if you could give at least 2 years, we would appreciate that, And it's been a year. March made a year. And even a couple months ago, I was like, Lord, I'm trying to, be able to quit this job by the summer. And yeah, God answered my prayers. People joke, won't he do it? Yes, he did. So, sometimes we need a push. Sometimes we need like our backs to be against the wall to do the things that we need to do. Like at my previous job where I worked for 10 years, I became comfortable and I became complacent. And then, but I'm grateful. Like I have great friendships from that job. They all knew I had my own business and my goals, and they supported me. And so it was such a blessing, but I just became comfortable. And then at this job that I worked for a year, the work was challenging, and it was also something I wasn't interested in. So I wasn't fully comfortable, but I was happy that I wasn't comfortable because I didn't want to be there another 10 years. So it's funny how God prepares you for things that are going to happen. Not everything. Some things that happen in our lives, like especially a tragedy, it's hard to be prepared for those things. But there are some things when we reflect back on it, we know that God prepared us for it. So I'm going to bring up my journal. Well, this is I can't really say it's a journal, but a book that I had, I got from a church that I visited for free. And I was just like, oh man, just in a place where I'm reflecting on life and like just realized I've just been so comfortable. I've been comfortable, and I move in a state of being comfortable. And I haven't been challenging myself for a long time. So on April 26th at 6:15 a.m., I like basically was like, okay, this is it. No more excuses. And I wrote down a prayer. This, if you don't know, well, some of you are family and friends, some of you are strangers. So I have my own skin care company, and don't mind my skin. I do need to exfoliate right now. I've been neglecting myself. Need to exfoliate, but I have a skin and hair care company, and where I make products. And so I've been not pushing myself and not putting in the time to grow my business as I should. It's like I'm running a secret business. But you know when God is calling you to something and when he's gifted you to do something, but because of fear and being complacent, you don't do it, and you make excuses, or you do it in a small scale. You don't push yourself to go further, and little discouragements just basically just have you all sprawled out. And that's the place that I've been in. And so I just, I'm uncomfortable, and I'm uncomfortable with my being comfortable. So this is a prayer that I wrote, and it's more so like my promise to God. And so I said, Father, please be the CEO and CFO of Enid B and all that I'm doing business-wise. Order my steps, O Lord. Lead me and guide me according to your purposes and plans for my life. You have equipped me with all I need since childhood in preparation for running any business you call me to. Father, I commit my time and will to following your plans for this business. I commit to the work it will take to make it succeed as you have planned. Help me to get over my fears. Be glorified in this business, Lord, I pray. And then I signed my name and I dated it. And that was April. That was last month. Today is March 4th. And it was a lots of prayers like, Lord, I'm fearful. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm scared. I'm just afraid, and I just crying out to the Lord, asking for his help, like I need help. And fast forward, last week I came up with a schedule, like a whole plan, like, okay, I'm gonna commit to this. I'm gonna get to bed early, I'm gonna rise early, I'm gonna meet the Lord. I'm gonna get up and meet him. He's gonna show up, so I need to show up. So 5 o'clock, got up each morning, spend time with the Lord, started exercising, and just really sticking to the schedule, except when it came for 4 o'clock, it was my time. And even this morning I was having a conversation like, Lord, how am I going to do this? With this job, like, how am I going to, okay, I know I can, I've been, when I'm working, I listen to no podcast, no YouTube, and I love listening to YouTube while I work. I'm like, okay, no, I can't do any of that. I just got to focus. And I've been focused, and still, because of the workload, I didn't have the time to do what I know God was calling me to do. And he's been calling me to do. And I've been an entrepreneur since I was young. Like, I started making and selling jewelry when I was 11 years old. I had my jewelry in stores in my town. I did craft shows on the weekends. I even went to school and studied jewelry design. And then later on, I started my skincare business. So you're going to hear a lot of planes going by, and I apologize for that. I'm trying to stop when the plane's going by or when a car is going by. But right now, I'm sitting in my garden. And I just wanted to talk. So when I said God has equipped me, it's because he's given me so many opportunities. Even my last job, they all knew that I had my business, and they were always encouraging. And always, if there was an opportunity for me to learn and gain knowledge, and there was an event to sell my products, they were supporting me. And so I know that God is with me. And it's funny, I've always said this for a long, long time, that I believed in my success. But there was so much fear. There's like so much fear about, I guess, the work that it takes to make it successful. That's where the fear comes from, the work that it's going to take to make it successful. It's funny, as soon as they gave me the news, it was like immediately, I think when the call ended, I'm like, okay, well, I know what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm waking up at 5 a.m. That's the thought that came to my head. And I'm proud of myself for that. I'm like, all right, time to grind, And I mentioned it to one of my friends that I actually work with who recommended me for the job. And she was like, no, girl, no. Take the next 2 days. Today's a Wednesday. Today's Thursday. And it's funny, I actually asked for today and tomorrow off. I requested today and tomorrow off, and they said no. So now I have a long time off. But she was like, yeah, girl, no. You're going to take the next 2 days and just decompress. and then Monday you can start. So I already have, it's funny, yeah, God preparing me. I have a schedule. I have a schedule for how to get up. I have a schedule for spending time in the Word. I have a schedule for work. And I have a plan because I've written down, like, you probably like me, you have a journal with like directions with how you're going to market your business. You know, you're breaking down how much sales you need to make, but you have not put the work in. And that's me. So I already have the plan. I already have the schedule. I just need to organize myself. I need to organize myself and really think through. My husband recommended creating small goals. And I already have those things written down. So right now I'm really making this video, I don't know, just to like document this moment, to really like, okay, Kareen, no more excuses, you know, like no more excuses. This is where you put your faith to your faith. Like, do you really believe in God? Do you believe in His Word? So what I have written, you know, like the first day, what I've been doing is just opening the scriptures. So first day writing in this book, I went to Psalm 70. Well, I opened the Bible and it was Psalm 73. And it says, when my heart was grieved and my spirit embittered, I was senseless and ignorant. But I was senseless and ignorant. I was a brute beast before you. Yet I am always with you. You hold me by my right hand. You guide me with your counsel, and afterward you will take me into glory. Whom have I in heaven but you? And the earth has nothing I desire besides you. And after that, I decided to go through Proverbs. So I've been going through Proverbs, starting in Proverbs chapter 1. I've been going through it each day. And I'm like, okay, like, Lord, I really started doing this because I wanted some instructions from God. Like some like concrete, like, okay, go here, then go here, then go here. And then like as I'm reading the scriptures, I'm like, Lord, where in the Bible should I go to get, like, I want to open it up and it's like bam, bam, bam. And then I'm like, but it's not like that. And then as I'm reflecting back on this, I'm like, this is what I need. First, I need to shift my mindset. The Bible says renew your mind. And that's what I need to do. I need to renew my mind. I have a lot of things that need to be stripped away, and that's what I need to do with these scriptures. So Proverbs 3:5. This is what I wrote yesterday. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make your path straight. And I wrote down more of that scripture, and I kept reflecting on trusting in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Just trusting, like, Kareen, do you truly trust the Lord? And now is that moment of like, do you trust God? So I asked the Lord to be my CEO. That means I got to show up to work. That means I do have a job and I can't just be sitting on the phone. Come next week, I have a job. And I asked the Lord to be my CFO. That means I can't be spending money any other ways. So this means that I have someone high and mighty, high and lifted up that I need to report to, and that means I have to work in excellence. So, yeah, I'm grateful. I'm nervous. I'm nervous about the work. I'm nervous, but the thing is, every morning, like in the morning when I wake up, especially this week, I've been intentional. I get up, like after I get ready, before I start my day job, I come out here and I water the plants, and I just use it as my quiet time. And now, my husband was like, now you get to do what you enjoy and for a living, now you get to put work into that. And I know it's like we've seen so many experiences with other people, how God used something so small, or seems so small, like a garden, to make a living, like something that you enjoy, something that seems simple. And of course, I have my business, and I would love to be able to, make a business with the garden. I don't know whether it's teaching, I don't know, but I just love this. The garden is my place. Like, if you've seen my first videos, I garden my apartment, my fire escape, and my windowsill, and now I have a backyard. And this is the space where I just love being. I really enjoy being in the space. So You know, I don't have all the plans. I don't have it all figured out. But I'm a trust in the Lord. The plans that He has given me, I'm just gonna work that. I'm just gonna put those into motion, and I'm gonna just trust that He will guide me each step of the way. So I just want to encourage anyone out there. I don't have all the answer. And, you know, I wish I had more encouragement for someone that's in my position. But, you know, I would just say, remember, like, look back and remember God's grace to you. Like, there's times when my husband, like, we were tight financially, and basically we were, like, about to be evicted from our apartment. And God came through. It was not us. God came through. And I have so many testimonies about that, how God came through. And so I have to remember, and I have to honor that. Like, He's always taking care of us. Yes, it's not perfect. Yes, times, you know, it's like, it's not a perfect life, but, you know, God is faithful. And then the thing is, like, He's put this in me. He's given me these ideas. He's given me these giftings. And, like, I'm responsible for them and to them, you know? And it's not all about me. Like, it's, sometimes I have to remind myself about that when I think about my business. Like your business is a prayer, is an answer to someone's prayer. And sometimes I forget those things because, again, I make products and I have customers that deal with acne and deal with issues, you know? And my products are an answer to their prayers. And that's not like a brag or anything. That's with all humility. Like we all pray about something and then God gives us the solution, whether it's a product or something, you know? And maybe what you have is an answer to someone's prayer. And we are responsible for that, you know? Like, I have to remind myself that it's like, it's not about you, Kareen. It's not all about you. And so you need to go to work and you need to deliver. You know, God has given you so much, and the things that you love. Like, I love plants, I love herbal medicine, I love these are things I truly love. But it's like I have these mind blocks, these roadblocks that that I allow to stop myself. And it's like, what is this? This is it. Time is up for excuses. So this might, I don't know what this video is going to be like. It's probably all jumbled. I hope I make sense. I hope I'm clear. But I'm really making this video just to document this time. You know, like, really be conscious about this moment. Really hold myself responsible for this moment. I'm grateful. God has heard my prayers. I'm grateful for the job. I did start deleting stuff on my computer because I work from home and I use my personal computer for work. And I started deleting things. And as I'm deleting things, I'm like, no, I'm not doing it out of bitterness. Like, you know, like, I'm not having a conversation with myself. Like, you know, I'm not bitter or anything. Like, I'm grateful. I had a great experience. Everyone I worked with was great. And I'm grateful for that time. You know, and I'm grateful for this moment where my back is against the wall and I'm uncomfortable, because being comfortable has hindered my life in so many ways. And I've been complacent and stagnant in my life. And it's time's up for that, you know? Like, I think sometimes I move in a way as if like tomorrow is promised, but it's not. And that's arrogant and that's ignorant. So anyway, I'm feeling the raindrops coming down, so I'm going to end the video here. And God bless y'all. Whoever's watching this video, blessings to you, your family, and your home. Bye, y'all. Bye.